Mike Gould here, Mayor of Houndstown, USA, and Houndstown University, home to the happiest and smartest dog. In here, in this crate or den, I have my 4-month-old boarding school client. His name is Blue. He's a little 4-month-old puppy, and we're putting structure in his life. So some of his problems was pulling on a leash, which is indicative of the status of the dog, right? If a dog is pulling, unless he's being instructed to do it, then psychologically he's the leader of a pack. So we're going to teach him to heel by walking on our left side, going to a designated den to consume his food, which to us is treats, to him it's just a dead animal. Many of the theories and the training techniques that I use has been finally validated by science. So these are things that I've known anecdotally for 30, 35 years. Now, by the work of Dr. Temple Grandin, who is the guru on animal behavior, and she has decoded it because of her autistic brain, which sees in pictures. She relates and identifies with the dog brain, as I do. So we're going to keep this very simple. So to her, she's, like I said, a light bulb literally went off when I read her book, Animals in Translation. So she talks about distractions and how the animal brain sees the world. A dog especially smells the world more than it sees it and hears it. So they put pictures together using their eyes, nose, and hearing. And when the picture's not right, so the picture of a man, it could be a family member who's fine, but when he comes in with a scarf on, it might be a distractor, a dog, that he may even fear that. So my little friend Blue is in his crate. I'm going to release him by just getting low, changing how I look to the dog. One of the things we do is get down low and see the world from where the dog sees it. When we go outside later and the dog doesn't heel correctly, it may be because he's walking through carbon monoxide. It's cold out now, it's the winter, and gas accumulates down on the ground. So we have to understand fear from disobedience. So we teach obedience, which is the subordination to leadership. Subordination to leadership. We don't use treats. That's a trained dog gets a treat. When the food gets in between, the dog is simply just working for the food. The only time this dog or any other dog is going to get any morsel of food is when he goes to the crate voluntarily. So we're only in the 3rd or 4th day. So I'm going to get low. The leash and collar is always on. Let's see what happens. In my mind, Blue is going to come out and say hello to me. Good dog. And then I love. So here's the positive reinforcement. Positive reinforcement. I'm not yelling, screaming. Dogs don't talk. So for me to yell at the dog is ridiculous. The only time the dog's going to get a treat. Watch how this works. Blue, go place. Place. She didn't know. She needs help. Place. Good doggy. Good. Now, just think of this. I didn't lure her in with a treat. Luring the dog in with a treat is completely opposite of making her go in, as mother would. We need a mechanism. The leash and collar stays on for the next, till the behaviors are set in the dog's mind. When we're consistent, we got to be down here. So just me lowering my center of gravity, her tail started wagging. I don't know if you can hear this. This is simple. Dogs see in black and white. They see movement. They identify movement, sounds, and a dog, more than I think than cattle, sees their world a lot more with their nose. So I'm going to release her from her den. She can't come out voluntarily. Think of this. This isn't an oppressive thing. This is a loving thing. If the dog comes out and the wolf is out here, or a predator's out here, the puppy will be eaten. So I just get low. Okay. Okay is the release command. The praise for all other behavior is physical love, physical touch. No treats for sitting, staying. So we're going to cut. We're going to go outside and teach her place in the pack. Okay, following through with our little friend here. Notice I have a loose leash. I have a nylon collar. I don't use pinch collars. I don't use electric collars. But Dr. Temple Grandin, talks about distractors. Well, that's a distractor in there. It's another dog barking. But just the sound of metal to metal. Watch what happens to my little puppy. Look at his ears. Phone's ringing. So he got up. Sit. Sit. The distractor of a human being. Blue, sit. I asked to sit. I get the behavior. No food reward. There's huge distractions. There's somebody here at the door. I'm going to step out my right foot. Notice my energy. This is a 4-month-old dog that has to be explained what dogs are. Now he's distracted by odor. I have to correct him a little. Odor is hunting. Good doggy. So some of the other things we talk about that are so simple for us, but dogs sometimes can't figure it out. And Dr. Temple Grandin talks about this extensively. Sit. In her book, Animals in Translation, is shadows and contrast. I'm going to walk with my left. Good dog. This dog has no problems going and seeing his shadow. But I've had dogs that wouldn't walk into their shadows. So we got to teach the dog what a shadow is. Right now, it's not a problem. So distractors. Noise is a distractor to a dog. Metal to metal. That odor of the stick was a distractor. I'm going to ask him to sit. Sit. Blue. You see a little fear. You have to distinguish fear from disobedience. It's hugely different. It looks the same, but it's different. Okay, continuing with some of the concepts of Dr. Temple Grandin, who wrote Animals in Translation. Again, this is something we've been doing day in and day out, but I'm so relieved that a light bulb went off when I read this book, and then it makes things much easier for me to figure out. So here I have my little puppy, and what do I have here? What is this to a dog? To a dog, to a human, it's a ball. To a dog, a prey animal, it's a rabbit. It can't chase it. What is this? To a human, it's a little squeaky toy. To a dog, it's a dying animal. It's making the sound of a dying creature. What do they want to do? They want to chew it and take, what do? They take the squeaky toy out because they killed it. So it went from prey to captured. And then what is this? This is the dead animal. So we still hunt and gather, only now we go to the pet store for our food or the supermarket for our food. So we're still hunter and gatherers. Again, leash and collar on. What is this to a dog? Do you think it knows the concept? I don't know the concept. I just know you plug it into electric. I don't even know where electric comes from, how it gets in my house. But this is a creature that moves. And what does it smell like? It's all vacuumed up odor, food, dog hair. So to the dog who doesn't see that well, just smells, and then this thing starts creeping across the floor. What is this, a wheelchair? With metallic noises? He doesn't know. So we teach the dog the world. And when we can't teach the dog, we saw him out playing, he peed and pooped, his needs were met. I love physically, no treats. When I want to feed the dog, I follow Mother Nature's great ideas. Mother Nature created pack animals. I didn't. Dr. Temple Grandin didn't. Mother Nature did. So we learn how to deal with them and how they see. Learn fear from... We don't let them jump. Jumping is a bad behavior, right? What you reap what you sow. You have a little puppy now jumping. If you encourage it, oh, daddy's home, give me hugs. 4 months later, he'll be knocking grandma through the storm door. Bad. And then add to the fact there's breed discrimination in the form of pit bulls, bully breeds. So we praise good behavior, 4 feet are on the ground. I want food, give her food. Good dog, Blue, go place. And then I'll give her a treat for that. Here's my human brain that we talk about it. Dr. Grandin would be proud of me. Human executive brain, animal brain, mammalian brain, reptilian. I'm doing my homework, Doc. Doing my homework. Mike Gould here, Mayor of Houndstown, USA, home to the happiest and smartest and gifted dogs on earth. I'm here today on Thursday. We're finishing up some training sessions. Everybody's in a different place. Twix here is in its early stages of training, about a quarter of the way through, maybe a third. This is some reinforcement training. Shish kebab's going home in 3 days. Reinforcement training for my friend Jules, and the little puppy graduates tomorrow. The puppy's not. And the interesting thing is I have not every breed, but different breeds. I got a little pit bull puppy, German Shepherd, Old English Lab, and a hyena. No, it's not. No. This is a beautiful little dog. Twix, she's a little bit on the fearful side. So so if you notice all the different stages of training, she's the newest, so she's the most unsettled. We move our little rat around. and she's afraid of it. So I have to teach her not to be afraid. That could be a vacuum cleaner, that could be a squirrel. Now, obviously, these are spatial issues. If we drive up onto the dog's nose, it's going to get up. But we're learning, teaching the dogs not to chase a squirrel. This is so again, in deference to Dr. Temple Grandin, dogs see things differently. We need to be in the dog's brain. Meaning we have to teach first, reinforce, but understand what they're seeing. We're actually initiating their prey drive, right? They're predators. Dogs are predators. So they see fast movement. Do it a little faster. A little fast movement. They don't know that this is our man-made squirrel. And then if I yell, that's good, thank you. If I yell, hey, guys! That is realistic, so a dog shouldn't be afraid of that noise. But we have to teach them. This didn't just happen overnight. When I just yelled, you'll see that the dogs won't even flinch. My friend Blues hears me yelling. The only thing I yell at is never dogs, I yell at humans. Watch when I yell, and you watch my friend Blue. Ha ha! Hey guys! Who wants to go to Disney World? This is wonderful balance. Dogs adapting to the human world. Why? How do we accomplish this? By using their natural drives, giving them leadership and structure. Leadership and structure. It's a process. It doesn't happen in a day. We teach the dogs to go to a place, put their feet or butt or whatever. We didn't ask them to, they don't have to do anything. They don't have to do tricks. The only place they get food, only place, is when they go to their designated spot. That could be inside, outside. So just pan over one more time. I'll put my friend back. And you see everybody's good. And then we're going to forward this to my friend, Dr. Temple Grandin in Colorado, and let her know that because of her good work, we are able to do this. And we don't use pinch collars, we don't use electric collars, we don't even talk to dogs. We make simple noises. And if I want them to play together, I'm going to give this a whirl. All I have to do is I'm going to change my body position. Can you get in that corner? Maybe get everybody or not really? I'm going to try this, right? This is an experiment. We're in high school now. I'm going to get low, snap my fingers, and watch what energy happens. Okay, good doggies. Good doggies. Okay, okay, okay. All right, was it perfect? Jules doesn't want to get up. He must be stuck to the bed. But that's how we do this. It's balancing energy. I'm not screaming and yelling. It wouldn't work. I love good physical love for the behavior we're looking for. Food only when they go on their place. My friend Julesy, come on, old man. Jesus, Jules. You might be afraid of the little puppy. Anyway, this is fine. Now they're sniffing each other's. They're doing what dogs do. They're investigating my little rabbit here or my raccoon, but they're not killing it because we can't allow it to. All right, good for today. A beautiful day. Jules.